Hello friends, and welcome back to the part 2 of the long-awaited Wish Watch haul. Now, where we left off last time, I had reviewed 8 out of my 17 watches. Now, in front of me, I've got another 8 watches, so those of you at home doing the quick maths should know that there's one missing. And back in the first video I suggested that maybe I should wait until all of them arrive before I even start doing the reviews. I'm glad I didn't, because it's been, what has it been now? I think probably 2 months since I ordered, and I think 1 week ago the last watch that I received finally came through, and I'm still missing one, and I'm looking at the Wish website now, and some of the watches that I'm pretty sure have arrived, they're still saying arriving soon, and they're even saying estimated delivery August 17th. Wish thinks it hasn't even arrived, August 17th has been and gone, so I don't even know. I don't even know anymore. But I guess that's one thing to say about Wish. It really is a surprise. If you order a large quantity of items, you're going to slowly get them over the course of 1, maybe even 2 months. By the time they arrive, you've forgotten that you've ordered them, so it's like just surprise gifts to keep arriving in your post office box, and that's part of the fun, I guess. Update time. I'm currently wearing the Class of 14 watch. Those of you should remember this one is the first watch that I reviewed. It's still ticking. I haven't even changed the time on this since I received it, and I think it's 2 minutes fast. So this one is still a great watch, in my opinion, and I think, what did I pay for this one? $13. I don't know, it was a small quantity. I gotta say, still impressed with it. Unfortunately, one of my favorite watches, the Jaguar, not Jaguar watch, it stopped working a while back, and I couldn't really work out why until I did a bit of digging, looked in the box. Turns out this was a mechanical watch. It should just keep going on its own, but I think the mechanism inside it's just not good. I can shake this thing to try and charge it up, and the hand moves maybe for 2 seconds, then stops again. So as much as I love this watch, it's a dead duck now, but moving on. In other good news, Dan's inherited the military style watch, he still likes that, and my girlfriend has stolen 2 of the watches from me. She's taken the couple's wristwatch gift and the Sun and Moon watch, which was a fan favourite of everyone's. That wraps up an update on how part 1's watches are going, so let's dive right into the last 8 watches. Ain't no TSAs getting into this one without a utility knife. It is done up good and tight. Woo! This is the first or second watch to come. Looks like it actually comes in a box. So, I mean, a box in a box. I can see which one this is. This one's kind of cool. This is massive. This is stupid, this watch. Oh my god. Look how big this watch is. It goes over the edge of my wrist. God, that's massive, but really cool. So I'm gonna bring this closer to the camera. Really cool, really inconvenient to wear. This is way too big, this watch. So Wish didn't lie, this one had a very accurate description. This one's called the new VF-SKN Awesome Super Large 5-Dial Hip Hop Cool Personality Wrist Watch, gold, red or silver. Gold, red or silver, you lie, I got this in black. 5 dials, this one, I'm trying to think of a use for it. Great for traveling, I guess, if you're jumping time zones all the time, or if you've got family all over the world and you just really want to know what time it is for them before you call them at 3 AM in the morning. That's about the only use I can see for this watch besides just being a conversation starter. I'm actually going to try and put this on. Well now, this barely even fits my wrist. The strap is so long, it's not even going to do up. That's a shame. Not really, I was never going to wear this watch. Let's face it, let's be honest. That is so loose. That is so loose, you can't believe it. And no, this is completely unbalanced, ungainly, and I don't want to say unattractive because it's kind of cool. It's got a matte. So the case on this watch, quick review time. The case, matte black, chrome silver edgings, and I will be perfectly honest, I've got to give this one a pass on quality. But I don't know if it was worth the price I paid. Well, quality-wise, worth the price I paid. Whether or not I wear this one, not for me. But it's good quality. It seems good quality. You've got 5 dials. They all seem to work individually. Nothing seems to be amiss with this watch, so that's a great watch. Just not for me. Next one. Is there even anything in here? So this one I didn't even spend a cent on. This one's called the 2018 Crazy Promotion, The Fascination of European and American Fashion Women's Men Dial Quartz Analog Watch. Huh? This looks like a watch that you wear on your finger, so the mechanism must be absolutely tiny. So if I thought I'd been scammed before, I'm looking at the picture right now, even knowing that it's a fake watch, it looks so deceptive. Like, they call it a quartz analog watch, which to me implied that it should definitely have like a quartz mechanism, and it's got like a, it's got an enamel face, and the dials are just painted on. It's completely fake. There's no working watch about this at all, but I mean, hey, it fits on my pinky. Anyway, it was free. I think I paid $2.50 in shipping, so I don't know. Maybe Alex will want it. What can I say about it? This one is a bit of a scam if you're looking for a watch to wear on your finger, because I was convinced that they actually existed. I'm pretty sure you can get watches that small. So this one is misleading, but as far as it being a pretty little jewelry piece, not bad. Oh well, you can't... That's gone. I'll find that later. Don't worry about it. Anyway, moving on. God, I hope I don't... Ooh, I was about to cut through a watch. Oh, love this one. Before I say anything about this watch, before I say anything at all, I'm going to bring it over. It fails. So besides that, whatever, I'm late anyway. When I saw this watch, I thought it was just absolutely hilarious, and anyone out there who just struggles with keeping time, getting places on time, this is your watch. It is a running joke for you, but you know, whatever, I'm broke anyway, because apparently it comes in 2 separate pieces, so this watch requires some assembly. That's a bit disappointing. It's working though, it's ticking, and let's comment on the quality, ignoring the strap. Because the strap is pretty low quality, but the watch itself, the case looks pretty sturdy, the glass looks like it's pretty well attached. We remember what happened last time, and this one I paid $3 for, so $3 worth of watch, and I'm just gonna have to put a little bit of super glue on it, which I already have and own, so it hasn't cost me anything extra to make the repair, and it's still a cool watch. So overall, I'm kind of happy with this, for the price that it was. If this was if I'd spent $20, $30 on this watch and it came like this, I would be devastated. I'd be pretty disappointed. So yeah, but it's Wish. You get what you pay for, and I didn't pay much for that one. So moving on, well, this one's an average watch. Feels really light and flimsy, not the nicest watch. Let me bring this one over as well. So this one's meant to make it look like the dial is an old record, which is really cool. This one was a free watch. I didn't pay anything except shipping, but it shows. This one's super cheap, super flimsy. The little band restraints feel like they'll just rip off. But I kind of like this. It's got a domed glass top. It makes this entire watch just feel really smooth and sleek for whatever reason. But I really don't know if this one would be my style. I don't know if it would go with anything that I wear, and the band is too cheap. Because you know when you've got those faux leathers that they've got a good texture, a good feel, this one feels a bit rough. It kind of feels a bit like cardboard. It feels like it's made of cardboard with just a thin plastic coating wrapped around it. It's just got a really weird texture. Yeah, no, that one's eh. Now moving on to this next one. This is a watch that's been around for a long time. I'm certain that back in high school I saw these kind of watches going around. And the way that I've always thought about these watches, this is when you really can't decide if you want a watch or a bracelet, and it's one of these. Not a watch, not just a bracelet, but a little bit of both. So this one's called the Man Fashion Lava Style Iron Samurai Metal Blue LED Faceless Watch. Now, for a watch that I've been looking at since I was in high school and thinking, hey, that'd be kind of cool to get, I'm kind of having a moment here where never meet your idols, because every single link is loose, and it is a menace to get on. What? Alright, let's say this fit. How would I feel about this watch? Oh, here we go. Let's set it for 6... What's the time? Where's my good watch? 6:14. The deal with these watches, whenever you want to wear it, you just have to press the top button and it lights up with the time for about 3 or 4 seconds, which is long enough to read the time, and then for the rest of the time it's just kind of dull. You know what I think would be kind of cool is if this watch stayed illuminated the entire time, because then it would be a bit more of a fashion statement. At the moment, it kind of looks like I'm just wearing a very plain, very simple band. How much did I pay for this? That's the question. $5. But this one's marked down from $124. No one on this earth would pay $124 for this watch. I think I called Wish out on this last time, having their markdown from was this, was that. No, that is not on. Not in my book, not on my watch. I'm not as impressed with this half of the haul as I was the last half. I mean, the last half, I got the Jarigar watch, which again, so sad that it stopped working. But I started the haul with the Class of 14, which I still have and still adore. I got the military style watch, which wasn't for me, but it was for Dan, and it's a beautiful watch. I'm so glad it fits him, I'm so glad he's happy with it. And the Sun and Moon, that was a winner. And in this haul, I've got a watch that falls apart, a watch that is so cheaply made it's ridiculous, a scam ring which is in a box over there somewhere where it landed when it flew off my finger. All of them have been disappointments, with the one exception of being this watch, which the only reason why it's a winner is it's such high quality. So, anyway, moving on, let's see what else Father Wishmas has given me. Oh no! Again, this is a watch I thought was super cool and I really wanted it. Okay, let's be fair, let's start. I like this band. This has come with one of those metal weave bands. Really cool, love these bands. They're actually fantastic, really sturdy. But this watch is a letdown. So sad. So this is the Rose Flight watch, Mercury Fantasy Whirlpool Concept, Cool Creative Trend Watch, 30-meter waterproof quartz wristwatch, stainless steel watches. Now I'm starting to see a pattern here. I think what keeps occurring to me on Wish is I'm looking at the pictures and I get the feeling that when they take the pictures, they take it at the best angle, they maybe do a little bit of touching up on it to really make it look one particular way, and I'm just falling for it every single time. I created this illusion in my mind that this was going to be like a digital watch, completely electric, and would just have a LED background that created this effect. Alas, no. It's just pieces of paper that run around. But let's give it a fair run for its money. So, I spent $20 on this watch, and the band itself, this is a really nice band. Really well made and very legit. Moving on to the casing, I like that the crown of this watch is sunken into the case. It creates a really sleek profile, and the matte coating covering the entire thing is really well done. So, it's not exactly what it looks like in the images, but overall, this could be a worthwhile watch. I'd say including shipping, $25, not too shabby, not too bad at all. I only got 2 watches to go, and this one, it kind of looks like I've just received some styrofoam. Where to watch at? No, seriously, I feel like I'm playing that pass the parcel game. Unwrap a layer, and then you unwrap another layer, and some people get gifts, and then eventually, at the end, there's a proper gift. I found the gift! Ooh. So this is another one of those ring watches, and I'm remembering what happened with the last one, so I'm gonna go into this one with an open mind. I'm not expecting it to be legit, I'm also not expecting it to be a fake, I'm just gonna see. So this one's the Personality Creative Finger Skull Ring Watch Vintage Clamshell Pirate Skull Design. First impressions, I kinda like it, and, moment of truth, there's a watch in there. Success. So after the failure of the last watch, this is a welcome change. I'm actually really impressed with this watch already, and get this one was also free. So I didn't have to spend any money on this watch. So this is leagues ahead of the last ring watch because there's actually a watch in there. I didn't pay anything for it, except shipping, of course, except the shipping. And it's really cool, and it fits on any of my fingers because the band itself is actually elastic. So it'll kind of fit on my pinky. Again, I'm not gonna flick my hand, because if I do, it's gonna fly off. And this one can actually break. The last one, didn't care about. This one, kinda do. I think I'm gonna give this one as a gift to someone. So that one was money well spent because I didn't spend money, except shipping. So quick recap before the last watch. I have received 2 watches today that I'm really happy with. One watch, the whatever I'm late anyway, which I'm happy with but also unhappy. This watch is grounded, you know. It's not completely in trouble, but it's grounded for a bit because I need to fix it. And until I fix it, I can't wear it. So let's find out the last watch. And then I can find out which watch I've never received. What is this? This one is covered in sticky tape. There is no getting into this watch without just carving the entire thing open. Ooh, I like this watch. Okay, I like this watch. So cast your mind back to the first watch. This one is similar, but I'm hoping a little bit better. So this one they call the Unique Square Shape Watch Men 3 Time Zones Canvas Strap Casual Quartz Watch. And this is the best watch of today, I can already tell. Obviously, I don't think the design is gonna favor everyone, but I'm looking from a quality standpoint right now, and I am the most impressed with this watch out of possibly any of the watches that I've received, with a couple of exceptions. Like, actually, you know what? Let's put them on the same pegging. I will put this one up there with the men's military watch, the Class of 19, and the Earth, Sun, and Moon watch. The quality feels fantastic. The band is nice and thick. It fits on my wrist really well. The shape doesn't suit... Does it? No. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of that shape? Let me know in the comments if you think this is a watch I could actually get away with wearing, because I'm tempted to. It's, how do I feel about it? This seems a bit Star Trek-y to me, a bit futuristic, a bit weird out there and zany. I kind of feel as if it should incorporate some sort of communicator function. But cross this with an Apple Watch or something, because this just feels like it should have additional functionality. It's got 3 dials. It feels like it should be a mini computer. Like, at least include a pocket calculator function on this baby. This is great. But yeah, the first canvas band that I've got, and the case. The case is nice. The case is really nice. Each watch functions well. The crowns move very nicely, lock into place nicely. I like that they've stylized each dial. It'll probably be more apparent in the picture that I've put up of this watch, but each dial is unique in its own way. You can set each one individually. I wonder if this one's waterproof. No, doesn't say. I wouldn't test it. This watch is an Oulm, a unique design apparently on the back as boasted. And yeah, I'd agree. I don't think I've seen this anywhere else before. If I could recommend any watch today, it would probably be this one if it's your style. Only if it's your style. I don't know if it suits me, but I'm just gonna wear it for a while, just for fun. We'll see what people say about it. I may get called a fool. People will probably say, that's really weird, that's a stupid watch, but you know what? It's kinda cool. I like it, that it's different, and it's odd, and it's out there. But that's okay. But to wrap up, some of the watches I've received are actually good. This one, I'm feeling a bit more confident about it now. This watch, not my style, but definitely good quality. The Class of 14, forever one of my favorites. The Sun and Moon watch, a fan favorite. That one is still ticking, still fantastic. And the military style watch, Dad has that going well. So a lot of the watches I received, they were okay. So in my books, Wish watches, the line between worth it or not is a little bit blurry, and you do have to give them a bit of leeway because you're not going to get exactly what you expected, but most of the time, you'll get what you paid for. That's the bottom line with Wish. I think you'll get what you paid for. And as a side note, I don't have any affiliate links or affiliate programs active with Wish, so I've got nothing to gain from Wish out of reviewing these products, which is obviously why I'm not afraid to say that some of them are absolute shit. Like the ring, which I can't even find. It's in a box somewhere because it flew off my finger. Not a problem with the product, but that was a scam. The Jaragar watch. It doesn't work anymore, so that's a little bit of a loss. And all of the other watches that weren't quite up to either my standards or what I expected, I'm more than happy to say, yeah, don't get that one. Because I'm just going to give my honest opinion of these watches, and so the ones that I have suggested are in fact decent, well, that's just how I found them. I'm hoping that there's consistency with these products, because I keep using this one as an example. The Whatever I'm Late Anyway watch, mine broke. But it doesn't necessarily mean everyone's would break. I just lucked out on this one, but also on the same sort of, in the same train of thought, let's say the Classic 14 watch. It looks as if the band is constructed in a very similar way. I could suggest to people this is a fantastic watch, and if anyone else bought it, their band might break. So I guess I just have to trust that there's consistency with products from Wish, and that's something I'm not really sure about. So again, more caution on Wish is consistency in items. I'm not sure if it's completely there. So even if there's a product that is good, it may not always be good, and you may just get unlucky and have a bad experience with it. So also something to keep in mind with Wish. So that more or less wraps up my $350 Wish watch haul and review. It's a shame that one of them didn't show up, but from what I've heard of Wish, I think I did well. For 1 out of 17 watches to never arrive, that's okay by me. And the one that didn't arrive was a $2 watch, so no harm, no foul, but that's all good. So thank you very much for joining me on this one. I'm sorry that this probably isn't going to be as interesting as the last video, but I'll be honest, none of these watches were really as much fun as the last one. I think the first one, all of the good watches came, and then most of the remaining watches were just not as good by comparison. But that's alright. Other than that, they're done. 16 watches reviewed for you. You know my picks, but you may have different ideas. Throw a message down in the comments if you wanted to have a discussion, or put up your opinions on which ones you thought were best. But I think after this, I'm definitely going to be stepping away from watches. There may be more reviews coming out, but anyone who's been keeping up with the videos lately should know that Make Me This has started, and I think I'm kind of a little bit excited for that. Definitely looking forward to getting into more of those, more DIY projects, but that's not to say I won't ever be doing reviews again. It definitely wouldn't be watches next time. I think I'm done with that, as I said in the first video. 17 watches, that's me watched out. No more watches, at least for a while, or unless there's some really, really good ones out there. If you see any, let me know. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, or you've been enjoying anything else I've been doing on the channel, be sure to hit subscribe and turn notifications on. Wishing you all the very best, and I'll see you next time. Bye!